Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we would be learning about programming and how it works. Then we would move on to how Python works more specifically. So let's first understand what programming actually is. So I just want you to think, what is a program? A program is just a set of instructions, right? You're giving a computer instructions. Do this, make a button here, and when this button presses, do this. That is what you're doing. When a user inputs something, do that to the input. You're writing certain sets of instructions for the computer to do. Make a window here, make a window of this size. This window should have that button at that place. That is what you're doing basically. Now let's understand a little bit about how a program executes. Let's understand a difference between compiled and interpreted, because this is something that you need to understand for some concepts. So mainly there are two types of languages, ones which are compiled and one which are interpreted. Now let's first understand what they even mean. So when you write software, you write it in something which is human readable. So that is your code. It can be in Python, C, C#, any language that is human readable. So your computer does not understand any of your code. Your computer can only understand binary, and binary is written in zeros and ones like this. And this is not very human friendly. You cannot understand what this is. For example, 1100 is what 12 is, if I remember correctly. Yes, that is what 12 is. And this is not something that you would be able to make out when you first see this number. So there is something in between which changes your code, which is human readable, to something which is machine readable. And that thing is either an interpreter or a compiler. An interpreter or a compiler takes your code, it translates it into binary and gives it to the machine so that it can do its thing. Now there is a fundamental difference between compiler and interpreter. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say I have these lines of code and one of them is wrong here. And let me just add two more correct ones here. So we have 6 lines of code and the fourth one is incorrect, the one which is marked in red. Now what a compiler would do is that it would run all the code at once. It would go through each line simultaneously and it would try to run it, and it would throw an error because there's something wrong. Now in this case, these lines would be executed, these ones here. They would get executed. But in an interpreter, what happens is that an interpreter goes over the code line by line. So first it checks this line. First one, it says it's okay. Then it goes to the second line. It says it's okay. It goes to the third one. It says okay. And the moment it reaches the fourth one, which is with an error, it says, uh-oh, there's an error. We can't go any further. And it throws that error towards you. So these lines here, the last two, are not executed. And Python is an interpreted language. So it goes line by line over each line of code, and if there is an error, the execution of the code would just stop. So that is the fundamental difference between interpreted and compiled languages.